Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're going to explore the Yahara River in Madison, Wisconsin.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Hey, John Gillespie!
Big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? It's a huge fish! It's a huge fish!
This is amazing.
Who do you got?
Oh my God.
Yes, folks, a rather chilly, overcast October day, and we're in Madison, Wisconsin, fishing the Madison chain of lakes, but we are not on any of the lakes.
Nope, we're on a river. What river are we on?
This is the Yahara River, which connects all the lakes, and Matty B up there is trying so hard to find us a stretch of river to fish, but take a look at what happened. He actually hit the bottom and stuck the boat in the mud.
And so Ryan and Matt had to roll up their pants and push us out of the mud. You and I were like, we're not going in.
No, I guess that must be a lot of fun in October.
Yeah.
But seriously, you get to some of these stretches on the Yahara River, Matt, and nobody comes and fishes these unless they're in a kayak.
Yay, we got out, yay!
Any second thoughts about bringing the boat back here, Matt?
Yeah, John, bringing the 20-footer back here, I'm thinking twice, but if we get up there, we're going to catch them.
But there's a lot of stretches of the Yahara that have really good bass and northern pike fishing.
Absolutely, and there's plenty of stretches that have a lot more water. The water's down right now, and there's a couple shallow spots, so you got to be really careful when you're navigating through these, but there's also a lot of fish.
We'll get back on that
right,
Mid-Kota there. Are we going to get there?
Oh yeah, this Mid-Kota will get us there.
All right, well, keep going, buddy. But once we get there, it'll be good.
Oh yeah.
Well, Matt, I think the biggest accomplishment so far today is getting through that shallow water. We can start fishing now, right?
Yeah, you know it. I'm excited.
All right, folks, let's show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Len Groom, Technical Product Manager at Amsoil. Today we're talking about ATVs and UTVs. With the new technologies in tracks and the ability to load these machines up, you need to make sure you're protecting your differentials, your transmissions, and your engine. For more information, check out amsoil.com.
Receive a $100 gift card when you purchase any new Yamaha Youth ATV, now through December 18th. Whether it's the YFC 50, Raptor 90, or Grizzly 90, they are the perfect machines for those younger riders looking to explore the outdoors. All Yamaha Youth ATVs are equipped with low-maintenance engines, fully automatic CVT transmissions, electric start, and are designed with Yamaha durability. Go to GillespieFishing.com to claim your $100 rebate today.
Hey, welcome back, folks. As I talked about earlier, we're on the Yahara River in Madison, Wisconsin, and it's only about 2-3 feet of water back here, and we proved that trying to get here.
Yeah, it was quite the trip to get out here.
Well, we're back in the river area now, and it's supposed to be loaded with bass back here, but again, very shallow water. And I'm just going to have a wacko on here, and that's a spinnerbait with?
The tickle tail.
All right, and Matt, what do you got a couple of different rods rigged up, right?
Yeah, John, I like to fish jigs this time of year in this water temp, so I'm going to do a swim jig with the tickle tail on the back, and that gives it a lot of buoyancy so I can fish it slow because the water's cold now. And then I'm going to fish a jig with a number 11 pork frog because pork is back right now.
Well, I'm the first to connect here, Matty B, and I got myself a very small largemouth. What we're doing is just kind of going up into the current and casting the shorelines, right?
Yeah, John, it's always good to go into the current because as you throw your bait up on a 45 and bring it back, you want to bring it back with the current so it looks natural as these fish are ambushing bait and minnows and stuff like that along this river.
Yay, Matty B!
Got him.
We got another pike or we got a bass?
Is it? Oh, I thought that was a bass.
Oh,
Pike.
darn it all.
son of a gun.
This is just a weird deal.
It is.
Today, you know, we've caught 2 small bass, but the pike are sure aggressive. I've been bitten off once.
Yeah, and I got bit off once, and I think those are bigger fish.
Oh, this northern pike came out of nowhere and just socked my spinnerbait, Matt. Did you actually heard that, didn't you?
Oh, I jumped, John.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool, man.
Nice.
Well, I don't know, Blake. I think I might be able to lift. Yeah, just put them in that net there and pass them back. Hey, Matt, did you hear that hit?
It almost took the rod out of your hands.
I know, I wasn't expecting it. I was just about to lift that into the water, folks. And let's see what we got here.
That's a decent pike.
Decent pike.
That freaked me out.
Yeah, I mean, not very well built. But you said the bass that are in here, Matt, are pretty well built, huh?
Yeah, throughout the whole system, John, here in Madison, the fish are really built. A lot of bait, a lot of different stuff going on. So
it's odd that we haven't caught
I just missed one.
What do you got
Look at
now?
all that bait, John.
I hope it's not another pike.
I run that. Oh, it is another pike. I mean, I'm just dying.
pike?
I'm on this hunt for a largemouth bass here.
Yeah, well, I thought we were here bass fishing.
I thought so too. I mean, there's no shortage of bait, minnows, and northern pike in here.
Well, I'm amazed. You can see that when you hook that fish, all the minnows jump, you know?
Oh, there's like 100 minnows that jumped.
I'm fishing a wacko worm for bass, and you guys should have seen this pike come up and cream that wacko worm. Here he is. I don't know, Blake, you might have to net this torpedo here. Whoa! Well, I'll tell you what, folks, you don't always catch what you want, but that was fun. He actually came up, Matty B. I was just about to take that out of the water, and he came up and ripped that wacko worm. Look at that. Well, hey, Blake, come on back here now. We've had a couple tough weeks in a row, but this is actually kind of fun because you can fish this river even when it's windy, you know, because you're blocked.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's been a tough day. We were coming here for largemouth bass, but we still have some time and we can catch some.
Well, what we're going to do, as Matt said earlier, we're going to drift downriver, past where we put in, and see if there's some deeper water down there. If there's bass around, I think we'll catch them today, but it's just a matter of finding out where they were. But that was a fun hit. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I was just going to say, at least northern pike are really fun to fight.
What do you got there, Matty B?
I don't know. little largy.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you know, this stretch of the river that we're on has a reputation for big bass, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, this water has got to be down at least 2 feet. Obviously, I haven't been here in a while, and but we're gonna keep working down. The farther we come down, we're getting a little bit more water here, so we're gonna keep working it.
Yeah, we gotta mention, we've been fishing in about an average of 1.5 feet of water all day.
Oh yeah.
And we're actually finding 2 or 3 feet down here.
Yeah, so we got good current. We're getting a little more depth as we work down. I'm hoping we get a little bit more wood and rock in the water, and I think that's gonna help.
All right, Blake, let's see. Don't be a bass. Oh, it's a nice bass, Blake. All right, let it pass it right up there to Blako. Now that, see, all the casts do pay off, don't they?
They sure do, and that's a pretty nice largemouth bass right there, folks. And we're actually now in about 3 to 4 feet of water on the other side of the river. So maybe this is the side of the river we should be on.
Well, there's no doubt that the depth made a difference. Go up there, Matt, with Blake.
He hit that really nice.
What I was just about to ask you, Matt, this is the Yahara River is something that a kayaker or guys with small boats next summer when the water's higher, definitely give it a try, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it's Mid-Kota, John. It flows all the way through the whole entire chain of lakes in Madison, all the way down south of Stoughton. So there's so many miles of this river to fish in all different types of species.
And normally, Blake, hold that up one time, but normally that's what you're catching.
Yeah, there's the average size right there. So hopefully being down farther south here is going to get them going.
Hopefully I found them.
Hey,
good fish, Johnny.
Right after Blake's there, Matty.
I watched them eat
right
it, Johnny.
After Blake's. Oh, look at this, look at this. There you go, Matty B.
Now we got them going.
Way to go, Matty.
We got them going. Look at that.
Tiny pike.
Look at that chunk rocker.
Yeah, that's one thing that you were telling me, you know, last night on the phone, that these river fish are fat.
Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, that's a 17-inch fish, but look at how thick.
That is
Look at the back on that fish, John.
And what was that on, Matty?
Swim jig, 1/4 ounce jig.
Okay.
5-inch grub. Kalen's grub right there,
And
purple.
are they tight to these shorelines?
Yeah, well, no, because the water's down. That fish was on the wood about 10 feet off the bank. So I threw it along a log, turned the reel a couple times, and watched him eat it.
And what's really a pretty good idea when we got 3 people fishing in a river like this, 1 or 2 people fish the bank and the other throw out. They can be anywhere.
Especially when the water's down. What happens is when waters drop on rivers, John, it pulls fish off the bank.
Now, Matt, as you mentioned earlier, the Yahara River flows in between all the lakes, like Mid-Kota and Waubesa and all that, Kaganza. So you can't fish the whole river at one time. There's locks and stuff like that, so you got to pick a section. Is that the deal?
You can fish a lot of it, but there is certain sections where there's going to be dams, so you have to lock below or fish a half day, pull out, go fish another section of the river based on traffic and what you see.
And one thing too, you know, I guess in the spring on the Yahara off of Mid-Kota, some pretty good catfishing too.
Oh yeah, John, this whole body of water, awesome catfishing, awesome pan fishing for gills and crappies. Obviously you can get perch and then bass, pike, and wonderful muskie too, all the way through the whole system.
We were fishing the Yahara River in Madison, Wisconsin, a 1.5 hour drive from Milwaukee, 2 hours from Chicago, and 4 hours from Minneapolis.
Eagle Claw is the only hook made right here in the USA. And they also make this new EC 2.5 bait casting combo. This combo is fast action, lightweight, and is built to stand up to long-term use.
If you want to know how the best anglers always seem to find fish, stay on fish, and be in the right place at the right time, don't ask them. Just look at the name on the side of their boat. The one that's built 10 million motors, shallow water anchors, and more. No angler's gonna tell you their secrets, but they don't have to, because you already know. Mid-Kota, fish for more.
I use our Johnson pump washdown kit to clean up after my messy dad.
What'd you say, Blake?
Dad.
I use my Johnson pump washdown kit to clean my dock and my pontoon.
I use my Johnson pump to get the boat ready for tomorrow's clients.
Learn about the many uses of the Johnson Pump washdown at getjohnsonpumped.com.
One question I have, Matt, you know, we have the current. Now, we were working into the current earlier today, but you decided to just kind of let the current take us slowly down the river. Does that system work too?
Yeah, John, what I noticed here, just being here this morning.
All right, Blakey's got something on
Nice.
there. Now, what do we got?
Largie.
Yay! No, but you were saying, Matt?
Yeah, so what I noticed, John, is this water's really down this fall, and the Mid-Kota's kicking up a ton of muck, because the water's probably down a good 2 feet. So what I'm realizing is we have enough wind and enough current here to just let the boat drift down, and we can still hit our spots. And yes, you like your bait to come with the current, but in this situation, I think not making noise with the Mid-Kota right now in the mud is gonna get us more bites as we float down here and hit these key spots. So we're gonna find out.
Well, we want to move upriver just a little bit here, and I'll tell you what, the reason I don't have my Campion Rage today, it would be tough in here, but you're not worried about it. You're kicking up a lot of mud, and that's okay?
Yeah, the main thing, John, is that you got to make sure your outboard doesn't get clogged with muck and it's not spitting water, it'll overheat.
Yeah.
And nowadays with the technology, it'll beep. I keep watching it, and that's why I back off and I go, I raise it, I lower it. As long as it keeps spitting, you're good. But
well, it's quite an adventure here moving upriver, buddy. It takes us about a half hour to go a half a mile. Wow. Whoa, there we go. We're getting to our spot. We got deep water about a half a mile up there, Matty B. Oh, look at him
Biggin',
go.
John, biggin'.
Oh my gosh, get that net. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that bass, Matty B.
I couldn't mess around with that
Look
one.
at the size of that bass. Nicely done, buddy.
That's a river fish right
folks,
there.
So you can see behind us the shoreline and how shallow we're fishing. We were in a tree there.
Oh yeah, that came right out of the tree. I mean, that happened quick.
That is
a chunk.
That is a gorgeous fish. And Matty B, you know, the problem that we had this morning really was the shallow water, and you took us actually downriver, and that's really made the difference, hasn't
Yeah, we
it?
probably came down a good mile, and we actually are in 2 to 3 feet of water now. And at the end of the day, river fish live shallow. I mean, bass live shallow in rivers.
Well, that's what we were talking about. Where else can these fish go, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they got to stay here.
Absolutely.
That's it. They're basically landlocked in here by dams, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So they're going to go. They're going to push off the bank, or they're going to get on the nearest piece of structure.
How tight to shore was that fish?
Tight. This fish was in 6 inches of water.
All right, Blake.
Oh.
All right, Blake. Hey, we're going to need the net here?
I don't know.
We just found a 7-foot hole in the Yahara River.
It's crazy.
Here he comes.
It doesn't feel very big.
Oh, hey, way back to the pikers. Hey, seriously though, Blake, for a guy in a kayak, what an awesome deal this would be, you know?
Absolutely, and it was very easy to get into the river. It's not far from Milwaukee and Chicago.
Or Madison, since we're in Madison.
Yeah, clearly. No, it's a lot of fun, and you get a canoe out here, you catch pike, bass. It's a really fun time.
And Matt, you know, I think, you know, like I said earlier, we made a mistake going up towards the dam, too shallow. Now that I'm seeing, you know, these holes, I'm actually watching the hummingbird as we go.
Right.
I'm seeing 3, 4, even a 7-foot hole. And those are the spots you should look for, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool, John, because I even heard that a little north of us, they're doing some dredging right now. So they're taking care of this whole system, which is really cool to see.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal. Save $40 on the Browning Strike Force Camo HD Max Trail Camera, on sale for $99.99.
Way to go, Blake! Way to go! Don't lose this guy. Don't lose this guy, Blake.
I love it.
A spinnerbait again?
Yep.
All right, here he is, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Nice pass, Blake.
Thank you.
Now that is stick-to-itiveness, isn't it?
Yep, yeah, it's been a long day, but no, you got it.
Okay.
Just show them up. Man, you guys are casting close to shore, and I'm casting on the brake line, correct?
Yep,
Yes.
that first break, because there's pieces of wood out farther, and that's exactly what that fish is probably sitting on.
And it seems that they're biting around the 4 to 5 feet of water.
Nice job.
Well, Matty B, I'll tell you what, we had to go up, as we showed before, trying to get across a big flat to get to another stretch of river. Impossible with this water condition, right?
Yeah, it's so low. I've never seen it this low before. So we'll get some rain, and it'll get much better. Than obviously all of next year is going to be really good.
Is this good in the summertime?
Oh yeah, John, absolutely. May, June, July. This is awesome. August.
Matt?
John, are you okay back there?
No. Did I lose a rod?
Not yet, not
No,
yet.
come on, man. He's watching Blake catch a fish. He pays no attention.
I wanted to make sure you weren't sleeping back here.
Wow. No, you almost lost me, then a rod too, Matt. Hey, Matt, that last one Blake caught on the brake line, as she said. So what you want to do is position the boat where you can hit the shallow water and we can cast out towards the middle on the brake line. Is that the best way to work a river?
Yeah, for sure, John. It's a spot that a lot of people miss, because what happens is your boat is literally on top of the fish. So if someone's throwing parallel about 10 to 20 yards off the bank, you're going to have a drop off on the river, and then I'm kind of pinpoint casting and fishing this wood and these reeds and everything, and that's a really good 1-2 punch for a river system.
And you want to get in real tight with that bait to those reeds.
Absolutely. The fish on the shoreline are going to be in wood or reeds or an undercut bank or something like that in a river, or they're going to be on this first break sitting on a piece of wood or under a rock that you can't see.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2021 Fishing Contest.
Brian Kolbeck of DeForest caught this 50-inch muskie on Eagle Lake on a triclops. Jessica Johnston of Oak Grove, Minnesota caught this 52-inch muskie on Lake Vermilion on a posse. Ron Reba of Michigan City, Indiana, caught this 16-inch crappie on Pine Lake on a crappie scrub. Nancy Brummerstead of Burbank, Illinois, caught this 40-inch lake trout on Lake Michigan on a dipsy diver. And this week's kids winners are Eli Heller of Combined Lakes, caught this 11-inch pumpkin seed on Wolf Branch Mill Pond on a crappie scrub. And Henry Ferris of Glenview, Illinois, caught this 41-inch northern on Lake of the Woods on a spinner.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, save $10 on the Wildlife Research Center 4-ounce special golden estrus on sale for $12.99 and 40% off the Grabber 10-pack hand warmers on sale for $5.99.
Oh, oh, wow.
Did you see that?
What happened with that?
I pitched a jig in number 11 pork frog in there, John, and as soon as it hit the water, whoosh, and I don't know, it went into the bush there. I got it all the way out to the boat and just spit it. So
that was a big fish.
That was a really nice fish.
And he was that tight to shore.
Super tight.
Matty just missed one, and I took his spot at the very front.
Oh, that was right by that big old tree.
Yeah. Man, this fight is good.
Oh, it could be a nice one. Here he is.
Nice.
Blake, are you hot? Blake
Nice.
Gillespie, that is a gorgeous bass right there.
Man, that is so fun. You know, that never gets old.
No, when they stop your bait like that.
Yep, and the spinnerbait and that tickle tail right on the end.
Hey, Matt, get in the shot there, buddy. I want to ask you one question there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really use the spinnerbaits much until we get into mid to late fall, right?
Yeah, definitely. I like them early in the season, early spring, and then late fall is when they can really shine.
So you really like the mid 50s, low 50 water temperature for your spinnerbaits?
50s and 60s. They definitely eat it good.
Blake, well, that's a nice
bill.
fish there.
Thank you.
And you know, in spite of the fact that this has been a tough day just getting around, we haven't fished that much. You know, we spent most of our time getting stuck and trying to get to places.
Fighting through muck, exactly. But when we catch them, it's rewarding. On that 2-inch hyper hammer, look at that. This bait has 3 super unique features. The built-in glass rattle. It's a play off the Google Eye jig series that's been phenomenal for open water walleyes, incorporating it now in a jigging minnow for ice fishing and open water. The brass slider, which is the hammer in the middle that slides back and forth, so you have a glass rattle and a hammer pin going back and forth, making 2 different types of unique noises. And then the third feature, which is the most unique, is a soft tail that rotates up and down to give it 2 different types of actions. And again, you can change out that tail to a whole bunch of different colors.
I just said I can't believe I can't catch one throwing that spinnerbait out. Whoa, I think we got ourselves a little pike here. Well, I'll tell you what.
Fish fast.
Oh, she's got one.
Pike.
Oh, well, we hit the pike spot.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yours is bigger though. Not much. Well, here, grab mine too and hold them up together. Matty, help us here. There we go. Twin pikeys. Yeah. But you know, hey, you want to know something? If you want to come out here with a canoe or a kayak and do this with a spinnerbait, you're going to get bit.
Yeah, you don't have to have a big boat, but you can also put a big boat in here, and there's miles and miles of water to fish.
Yeah, right. Well, that was fun, Blake. There we go. You can let mine go.
Nah, it's all you.
Okay, good job on that. Hey! Casting out again. Here we go. We got ourselves Hey, not a bad bass there, buddy. Hey, I'll tell you what, Matt, this has really been fun. This is something that I've never done before in the 30 years that I've been filming this show, and I am definitely coming back to this Yahara River when the water is up, because you can tell by just looking at all the shorelines, folks, how bassy everything looks. And like we said earlier in the program, Matty B, you get that higher water, there's so many logs and neat stuff to fish in here, and you said your buddy has had some great fish in here, huh?
Yeah, all the way through here, John. This whole system is awesome, and there's a lot of great stretches of fish.
And again, you know, what time, you know, we're obviously in late October, but I mean, what time of the year is best to come here, do you think?
Oh, it's going to be May through October. You're going to have an opportunity to catch good fish the whole season there.
And again, I don't know about recommending a big boat in here. I mean, we did okay with yours today. We got stuck several times. But when the water's higher, I think you can get a boat this size in.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. When the water gets back up that 2 feet, you could put a big boat in here. But yeah, if you love kayak fishing, anything like that, this is a great area to do it.
I love mac and cheese, so I thought it'd be so fun to add the Johnsonville andouille smoked sausage to my mac and cheese today. All you have to do is make your mac and cheese, and for the andouille, what's so great, it's already pre-cooked, made with 100% premium pork, so just cut it up and then put it on the saucepan till it's warmed up, get your mac and cheese ready, and then add the andouille and enjoy. Wow, that was so easy, and this smells delicious. I can't wait to try. Wow, that is so good. You can try Johnsonville rope sausage for free via this mail-in rebate. This is valid until November 7th. To find more recipes using the Johnsonville rope sausage, go to johnsonville.com.
I thought we were going to end the day, and you got another one on there?
Yeah, he got me in the tree. In the tree.
In the tree.
In the tree, and he ended up getting snagged, John.
Let's see him.
Look at that.
Oh, it's a pike.
Yeah, it's a pikey.
You know, earlier today, man, we were bit off by 2 big pike, too.
Yeah,
you know that?
Oh yeah, big ones. I mean, they choked our bait, cut it quick.
And your buddies have actually ice fished stretches of this river, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's only 2 to 4 feet deep, and you can fish this thing year round.
You know, Blake, over the years, I have really enjoyed the blackfish soft shell garments, especially in late fall when it's cold. But this new storm skin is even better.
Yeah, what's really awesome about this, because it's very similar to the soft shell, but now it's waterproof.
And windproof.
Yep, and this fleece inside here keeps you really, really warm. It captures the heat and keeps you warm.
Yeah, what I love, again, yeah, that fleet lining is awesome.
Yep.
Nice and soft and cozy. But again, folks, this storm skin is completely waterproof. So you stay warm and dry all at the same time.
Yep, and it's windproof.
And where can you get more info?
Blackfishgear.com.
How did you think this boat handled big water on Lake Superior?
Oh, it handled it amazing. I mean, we had 2 to 3 footers at times, and you just glided right over the top of them. You wouldn't even feel the bumps. You could have swore it was dead calm out there.
What did you think about having that many people in the boat and the fishability?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, everybody can spread out. You can have a couple in the front, a few people in the back. Nobody's worrying about hooking each other. And everybody has their own space, and you got plenty of space for your fishing equipment.
What did you think of the flooring?
I love the flooring. It's easy to fish at, it's easy on your feet. We have fish slime a lot, especially when we're catching pike. It's easy to clean. That's what I love most about it.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333.
Well, wasn't the day we quite expected, but it was fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of action.
Yeah, it was an adventure for sure.
Absolutely.
And hopefully next year the water levels will be higher.
That'll help.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet, but we'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm Blake Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, John Gillespie!